Missoula, Montana.
Bear right onto I-90 East toward Missoula.
Not a brilliant place to be parking your vehicle. Alright, so we stopped here at the town pump. I got 80 gallons worth of fuel. I said I'm not trying, I want to maximize my points so that one, it pays me to shop there more, free soda, free food as necessary, but they give away the points, I'm going to play their game and take advantage of it. So day number 2 in February, the second time filling up. We are now earning 2 points per gallon. Where we started at the beginning of the month, we started yesterday at 1 point. We filled up once for 75 gallons. We then moved to 1.5. Today I put 80 gallons in. And now we are sitting at 2 points per gallon. So tomorrow morning, when I fill again, I'll get 2 points for every gallon that I put in the gas tank. Why are we doing 50 miles an hour on the highway? Oh, now you find speed as soon as I get ready to go around you? Moron. You got plenty of opportunity to get around this tanker. Alright, so. Good morning, nursing our traveling bug. Trucking in Wyoming, Mike. Good morning. Not my usual. I don't like it, so I'm going to rant for 2 minutes, and then I'm over and done with it. We are not in Denver yet. We just left Missoula. We are taking I-90 all the way across Montana, past the Little Bighorn, down into Wyoming. But we left Post Falls this morning about a little after 5 a.m. Pacific time. Idaho, we climbed up Lookout Pass, snow and fog. It was really hard to see. Roads were slick, so I didn't go as fast as I wanted to. But better to get there safe than my convenience. Yeah, near Phoenix. Are you leaving Quartzsite or are you making it to Quartzsite? Oh yeah. Well, see, I had a high near Spokane of about 55 yesterday, and down near like Baton Rouge, Louisiana, it was about the same temperature. So weird. The weather is weird. All right, so like I said, we're passing Missoula here. Our next stop, we're going to get over towards the west side of Butte, Montana. We're going to do another load check there. That'll be approximately 292 miles Are you out near Buckeye? Or are you in a little bit closer than Buckeye? Because whenever I'm near Phoenix, I prefer being out at that Love's at Buckeye than in Phoenix. Yeah. See, I like stopping at Buckeye more than any other place around that area. Not that it's fantastic, but it's but for me, I like it. A little more quiet, a little more. You can see the stars at night. Very close to that Love's, yeah. I mean, I've always had good service at that Love's. I've never had a problem finding a parking spot there. And I've actually walked all the way down into town, I don't know, about 3 miles or so, 4 miles, to the, into town at the post office and walked back. It wasn't too bad. It was a little hot when I did that, but it was okay. It was a nice walk. Got my exercise at least. I mean, I would have preferred not to be like 90-something degrees, but it wasn't too bad at that time. Like I said, I had a good, nice little walk. Great, I wish there was actual sidewalks most of the way, but of course there wasn't. But like I said, here we are passing Missoula. Right up here, just to the right a little bit on the camera. That's where the University of Montana is, right in there. And I've gotten, you know, the first company I ever worked at in trucking was based here in Missoula, which was out next to the airport, basically right across the street from the airport. So, you know, it was nothing when, you know, back in those days I could PC, I could use the truck for personal conveyance. So I would ride into town, you know, to the store, you know, do my shopping, whatnot. Then when I left there, if I would ever stop in town, I would get a lift from the pilot up here, take a lift into town, walk around, see the sights. They had a good barbecue place here. I don't know if it's still open. Hopefully it is. Called Notorious P.I.G. Pretty good barbecue. I enjoyed it. They also, around the corner in the old downtown part, there was a Ecuadorian restaurant, made pretty good Ecuadorian empanadas. Meat, beef, chicken, steak. It was pretty good. Like I said, you got the university, the college. Of course, that not my speed. All them. Well, let me put it brilliantly. Idiots thinking they know something because they're studying macrame or human interactions, and they don't know how to interact with human beings. So I stayed away from there. But enjoyed myself. You know, it's a nice place to come visit. When I moved to Montana, it won't be to Missoula. It'll be about 90 miles north, up near Kalispell, Lake Flathead. And hopefully find me good 10, maybe 20 acres if I can swing it, out far enough away that I don't have to deal with the majority of people. And vice versa, they don't have to deal with me, which I know could be a trip. Yeah, well, like I said, we got pretty decent skies out here. Yeah, a little bit like Scotland, a little bit like the Highlands, a little bit. But like I said, when I got up this morning, it was a little bit cold, a little bit cool, wasn't too bad. Got past Coeur d'Alene, started getting in the mountains, started getting a little bit more, a flurry or two. But when I hit Lookout Pass, right before, coming into Montana, then I had some good snow, fog, climbing the mountain, so I couldn't even use my high beams because it just whited out everything. A little sprinkle here, a little sprinkle there, but for the most part, it's been pretty easy. May Gemini TV blog. How you doing? Good morning. Welcome to my... Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. We will do that. That's the number one thing. I don't want to be in the hospital. And that's the first thing. Secondly, I don't want to put anybody else in the hospital. Nobody wins with that kind of nonsense. So, speed limit is set. Cruise control is set to that speed limit. We watch what we do. We look left, we look right, check our mirrors, check our gauges, watch the road, watch the weather, watch the traffic. Alright, yeah, we got the signal coming out. I do apologize for that, but that's the cellular network out. What you're going to do. We are in the United States of America, my friend. We are in Montana, in the Northwest. Now crossing the Blackfoot River, which connects with the Clark Fork, right off to our right. Right now, we are leaving Missoula, Montana, the outskirts, and we are heading to Butte, Montana for our next stop. And now we can speed back up to 70. There we go. But we are heading all the way to just a little bit north of Denver, Colorado. From the Philippines. Yes, I have a couple of viewers from the Philippines. From Leyte, from Manila, a few other places like that. Some of the bigger cities. It is about 5 degrees above freezing, so we are doing good. But we got another basically 8 hours roughly of driving to do today. So once we get here to Butte, Montana, we're going to do a 30-minute break that we are required to do. And then we will proceed on to the last almost 350 miles I would like to try to do today. I'll see what is possible, because we always have to worry about the condition of the road, traffic, the weather. But if we can make it all the way to the Common Sense Travel Center just inside of Wyoming, we will be doing pretty good. That'll leave approximately 400 miles to our delivery location in Frederick, Colorado, which is a little bit north of Denver. And we can easily do that in 3/4 of a day. So have a big day, have like a 650 mile day today. Tomorrow, have a 3/4 of a day, so 400 miles. 2/3 of a day, roughly. Two-thirds, 3/4, whatever. We get up nice and early in the morning. We can be there in the early afternoon, by 3 o'clock at the latest. We'll make our delivery almost a day early, almost. About 10 hours earlier than expected. Which everybody will be happy about that. Pardon me. Pardon me. But we just have a long day's drive, and hopefully we can maintain 70 miles an hour the entire way, and we should have an easy time of it for the most part. As is, I came in going to Washington just this past week, and the roads were good at that time, and it's only gotten warmer since then for the majority of it. And there's not a whole lot of construction to worry about. And the only place we're really going to deal with traffic is going to be Butte, Billings, and then of course dealing with the port of entry there in Wyoming. That's really going to be the only big issues. But other than that, we should have no real major concerns for the most part. It should be some nice, easy driving. All highway. The only time we're going to worry about stoplights and slow track and slow speeds when we get off to do our stops during the day. Angie, good morning. Now, but a relatively easy load. I mean, I got a John Deere 85G excavator, little small excavator, just one of them, going from Tacoma, Washington to Frederick, Colorado. Roughly 1,300 miles, it's a little bit under 1,300 miles. So not too bad. It's not an oversized load, so we don't need to have any permits. I do have permits, annual permits for Idaho, Montana. I still have a 30-day permit for Washington, but we're not going to worry about that. And if we needed to have a permit, I would call ahead to Wyoming and Colorado to get those taken care of. But we don't need them, so we're not going to worry about it. We passed that a little while ago. We've already stopped in Missoula. We are at mile marker 118 right now, so 118 miles away from Lookout Pass. And like I said, we had snow, we had fog, it was pitch black. We made it up and down safely. So no worries there. We stopped in Missoula. I put in 80 gallons of fuel. And that should be more than enough to get us all the way to Wyoming. And then enough in the morning in Wyoming to the next Pilot Flying J, where we'll do another 75 gallons of fuel. Like I said, make sure my rewards points are going to be at their maximum level for the remainder of the month. So the first week of every month, I do that. 75 gallons. So we can go from 1 point per gallon earned to 4 points per gallon earned. So we need to fill up starting at 1 point, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3, 3.5, 4. We need to fill up 6 times at 75 gallons each time to go from 1 point to 4 points. And I can easily do that in 1 week. So, the rest of February, basically my birthday on the 8th, February the 8th, on until the 28th of the month, I will earn 4 points per gallon every time I fill, and at that point in time, I will fill up the maximum amount I need every time. And that's free money. I am still waiting for them to finally have the transmission repaired, or I don't know why they just don't replace it and be done with it. That's a lot cheaper. Than, bringing one that's already built, everything's working great, take the old one out, put the new one in. But no, all the metal that was flying around in the transmission, it did more damage than what was perceivable by me, because I can't look inside. But it started affecting other gears, so therefore, take the old one out, put a new one in, get the truck back on the road. Got the little choo-choo here. Montana Rail. Montana Rail. You have box cars, you have boat cars, you have tanker cars. Montana